We'll start eating in about 10 minutes.
We're getting close.
What's in it?
Here, careful.
Let me see. Wait, show me.
Look, you're on TV.
Really using me as well. Shut up. I mean, every temper, so we have to make sure that temporary here.
So that's in gold. And it's all the fish is 65. Go to the
So there's the water, the tea.
65.
The ice. So there.
Whatever.
He let me know there's an extra table and chairs.
We still got 10 minutes for the start.
Some people show up and they leave it around again.
Everybody's here got it. I'm putting down after people, numbers and names.
Okay, yeah, that's why I was like,
I think we're just it's gonna be complicated jumping between string guards and stuff with fun.
well, we do everything at Dolphin at once and then at the end go back even into shop time.
Yeah.
That way
We'll
we're
just keep, I'm kind of hooked here. We can
keep track of who gets what and then go back to how we did.
Yeah, okay, so, if people want to pay right out of the book, we can do that. It's in charge otherwise, we'll see what happens with real life. We didn't really have that 20 people. We got more things later we do here.
Thanks,
15.
Cinnamon, Kathy.
Stephanie,
Are the usuals here, like,
I think most of them, we got what, 15
oh, are
or
we live
so.
now?
Yeah, we're live.
Like Christian and Greg, Adam.
My belly is here, along with my tomato stain. We are live. We're gonna be live streaming through Father Fish channel.
Hi, everybody.
We have a group of friends who are online with us all the time, so they'll be here. And they'll be making comments. You can come on, read it with your phone, or you can find it on your phone. You can go to YouTube, Father Fish, you'll find the live stream there. So you'll be able to follow it there. And we're gonna probably bring a bunch of them up. We'll see how that goes once we get to the auction and see. We're gonna try something with the auction to see if we can get people participating in the auction online. We've done it before. The problem is there's a lag if they're getting through Facebook, and it could be up to a minute lag. So what we're trying to do is get those folks who want to bid on our StreamYard. So that we'll be able to see it here. We'll see if it works out. We should start in a few minutes. I did want to wait and see if, I'm sure there are a few more people coming. We set up for 40. We didn't know what to expect. And really happy to see you guys here. This is a good start to a new club. I know this was kind of late getting the word out, and there are folks who wanted to be here because they have prior engagements who are excited about the club and excited about being part of the thing. This is something that's going to grow, and I think it's something we'll be excited to be part of. But I'm really excited to have you guys here. This is nice. Let's give it about 5 more minutes, and then we have a pastor with us this evening. I'm going to ask him to bring us their food, and then we'll enjoy the chicken dinner. There's a $5 charge for the tent to help us get trading costs. You know, I'm sure we'll eat more than $5 for the food. It should be a good thing. And we have plenty there. So we planned on, as I said, 40 people, we got 50 pieces of chicken, so everybody gets to eat as much as they can. No leftovers. There are sodas in the fridge, and there's ice in the blue cooler. There are cups on the back. We have sweet tea, unsweet tea, as well as soda and water. And that's all in the same street.
You did when you were here, very good. That's what
Yeah.
30-second lag. Ready?
If y'all want to look at the auction items, we're welcome to come up.
Look, you can see our bag of shrimp. They have a bunch of red shrimp in this.
Let's see.
That's your shark.
Red shark?
Yep.
Oh,
Try to stress it.
those are all. Russell wants.
You don't have that.
No, I do. I think that is. Well, is that it?
Need to read back
I
that.
know, I kind of want that.
So you can put the folder back.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get it there. Outside.
Right. You ready to see it?
We're not together. You want this box back in the back?
Just back here, anywhere back here. Yeah. Oh, no, he's fine. He's not scared. He just likes eating goofy.
Where's that one?
That, I think that's a Uaru, yes, Uaru. It's a South American cichlid,
Yeah.
similar to
One of
a,
the-
yep, hair up there. Yep. Do they what? Yeah, these are Rummy nuts.
So. Do they get bigger?
A little bit, little, yeah.
Are they like?
Once ever per.
All right. Everyone, please join me in the 13th century chants that I'm kidding. Lord, thank you so much for this chance to get together and observe your creation. Thank you for how amazing you made it. I also thank you for this food and I ask you to bless it, bless this time, and each one that's come out tonight. And we especially thank you for Jesus, our Savior, who created this name. Amen.
Amen.
Welcome. Come enjoy.
It looks like a tiger angel.
So for you poor souls that are watching, this is what we're sharing.
I have a minute ago.
Woo. That camera has a mind of its own.
I see.
That's an Oscar.
You'll be first?
Yeah.
He's going, yeah, he's stressed, he's going, he's stressed.
What do I pay?
We need a cup up here. Let me get something. What's the? Here we go.
Yeah, we haven't advanced it.
Not when that shark is going to be.
I feel like the
three of us.
I
mean, I'm not gonna use that. Well. That's not what I had. I need a container.
Russell, you first.
Me first? Really? Hey, Bubba.
It's fried chicken. What's that? They can.
I can.
You need to get your card here.
I got chicken. Wait, what are they?
These are barbecue.
White one.
Hey,
Okay, we have a bucket for money.
should I grab some celery? Should I
Why
grab?
don't you have that?
Because we use it for ourselves. We can run out and get it.
Can you? We need a bid on the insurance.
Should I grab some celery?
Yeah.
Somebody wrote a little tiny baby, say they are. That's you? What is that number? That's.
Russell, do you remember what you said?
This way. What's our number? You got a marking pen? We have that here. Need to put a three on that.
Father Fish, we're just getting drinks, and I give 5, and I'll take extra
Sure,
change.
absolutely. Yeah.
So next day, I'll just give
Yep. They have sodas and other drinks in the fridge. And there's ice in the blue cooler.
He's sitting here.
Or Mary. How are you? Welcome.
If we did a Saturday contest, we would have to go with them. Because see, that's.
Oh, okay, right. Let me get the code in here. Oh, you're, okay, so take this,
You have my phone number.
that's you,
Well, I'm gonna.
and, that's generally just a good five bucks.
So you're gonna need some.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's earlier,
You are wrong.
Yeah, right.
Wrong.
Already.
Oh, okay.
You need change.
my favorite fish.
I don't know. I like that, but you can't. No, I don't like that. I might actually get yeah. I have, well, that I take care of, I have 3 that I take care of. My cat and my 2 pets. Well, it's not really my children, it's my sister's, that I take care of. I also have and that's named. Judy, Daisy, I started taking care of them, and she said, "You want to learn how to do them?" And I said, "Yeah," so I couldn't. And the next day, she was, "Can you go to me?" And I kept doing laughing, and that over and over, all that. So now he's my cat. And my cat chose to do it. He actually got this one. Until I hit it with the stick, like just, I didn't actually whack it, I just like. That it's, the camera's staring straight at me. I can see me right there.
Oh, no, I'm good with that. I would just say I saw you putting it out. No, we did. No. You're in the brother part. Boy, that's right here. Yeah.
Well, Kai does, and my sister, but I want to get it out of the box.
This one.
Sometimes. Well, this one is actually. There's a one-story house. Somebody got her to
I got one for you. Somebody, rooster sitting on the triangle and lays the egg, with the latest egg.
Do you have one? I did. Yeah, what did the coach say?
Just like it's just how to change
I didn't even know he had a swamp. Until I saw what weird fish, I thought it was fish, weird fish floating up at the top. And I was like, oh, and then I saw the freeze things on the side, and I was like, yes, that's when I wanted to get an accident. Okay, just random question, how many eggs did that snail have on that thing? On that thing, it's so many. Just for that's a lot. Are you starting it?
Well, we're already started.
And what I'm doing is giving people a chance to come up and be live on screen. We're gonna, can you guys hear me? Oh, you know what? I don't have the mic working, I don't think. If that's plugged in. Let's see if this is working. Testing. We can hear me. Okay, good. Glad somebody can hear me. I don't know if this is working or not. But if you can hear me, we're good. Let's see. What we're gonna do is allow those of you who want to bid to come up live. And we'll see how that works out. It's just gonna be a little tricky, but in the beginning, what I want to do is have everybody talk a little bit about their hobby. And I want those of you who are watching online to be able to participate in that. So when the time comes, which won't be too long, I'll have you come up and talk about your hobby. Whoever wants to. So I posted the link, to click on the link. That'll bring you up, and then I'll be able to bring you live, and we'll see how that goes out. If somebody wants to start and try.
You don't have YouTube up. If you click an extra link to bring YouTube up, you can pin the link.
Already did
Posted
here.
in the chats, but it's not pinned. Pinned, it'll stay up.
Oh, okay, I got you. Where's Facebook? Should be here, isn't it?
YouTube.
Who said we cuddle? I don't know what I'm doing.
It's actually in the other.
Other what?
I got on through, I don't know, maybe it's
Should be here.
go into the live.
Here it is.
There it is.
I don't know which one is which. This one. Wow. Is that what that is? We need to pay to get this removed. YouTube Premium, what is that?
I just hit no thanks.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, now,
When it comes up in the chat, then you can pin it. You gotta bring the screen down a little bit.
yeah. Well, what I want to do is put it down. Let me do this. Well, there we go. Sign in the
It
chat.
should be above that comment.
Oh, you think it's there?
Yeah, you shared it in the chat. Right above where
What is-
Dina says, love water, tea, and coffee.
The hell, what is this doing?
I
here?
don't know. I don't know where you're at now. Everybody's seeing the same thing while we're seeing it.
There it is, okay. Is that what it's hitting though?
I don't know. You moved it off the thing. There's that.
It's frozen.
Right after I got out of the shower. I just.
Yeah. To the bottom of the cat.
It's gonna be right in. I wonder if everything's out. You did not. You don't want.
Literally all fishes are talking.
How we doing? You need another piece of chicken. All right, everybody finished eating? Take your time. You can eat all evening. If you want to. We got more than enough to go around. Welcome to Father Fish. This is the third club I started. Started one in Baltimore in about 1978 when the Baltimore Aquarium was founded. I was on the founding board of directors because I got all excited about having an aquarium and offered my time to go all around town and talk to people about passing the bond issue in order to get the aquarium built. It was I think $1 million bond issue that had to be approved by the citizens of Baltimore. So every day for 3 months, I was in civic organizations and church groups and scout groups and wherever I could go, talking about the aquarium. And it passed. So that was exciting. And I was invited to join the first board of directors as chairman of the Community Relations Committee, which later became the membership committee, which seemed to be an appropriate way to fix that or change that. But as a part of that, we started a club. And our first meeting was in the new aquarium, in the, what was the, I don't know if it's still there or not, the auditorium. And we had two men there speaking. One of whom was Henry Hall. And those of you who have followed me on YouTube have heard of Henry Hall. I met Henry Hall through the aquarium, although he was not a part of it. He was an older man. He was my age. He was 83 when I met him. Big 6'4" strapping guy who had fished all his life. He was what's called a stationary engineer. He ran the old Mercy Hospital, ran the physical plant at the Mercy Hospital for years and years, and retired to his fish. Lost his life after retirement, and then remarried a woman who had never been married. They were both in their, he was in his 80s, she was in her late 70s. Just a sweetheart of a lady. Anyway, Henry had these fish and he couldn't take care of them anymore. And he was trying to find a place for them. He had talked to all sorts of organizations. I was contacted by Rick Hahn, who was the director of the Catoctin Mountain Zoological Preserve in Thurmont, Maryland. I knew him, oh golly, I was the pastor of a church in Urbana, just outside of Frederick, back in the late 60s. And met him because I was all about animals. Got up to a zoo and we became good friends. So he called me and said, I got this fellow who's trying to find a place for his tropical fish. He knew I was involved with the aquarium. So I called up Mr. Hall and went to see him. And he took me downstairs into his basement, about the size of this room. And there were 40 tanks in there, none of them smaller than 100 gallons. None of them with more than one fish in a tank. Fish like that. He had a 6-foot electric eel. He had a 4-foot caiman. He had a 2-foot taku I don't remember all the fish. A 3-foot shovel nose, about a 2.5-foot shovel nose catfish, a 3-foot red tail, and various and sundry other. Well, we decided to set them up. This was at the end of summer when the city fair was opening. So we had the city put up a big tent, and the carpenters came in and they built an arena to set up all these fish tanks. And that was the first display on Pier 5, where the aquarium was yet to be built. So the first display for the aquarium was right there on Pier 5 in a big tent. At the end of the fair, they all got moved over to the Science Center, and they set up a major display that they still have. It's changed character somewhat, but it's a major aquatic display in the Science Center. And then the aquarium was built. We started the club, met there for the first meeting, and I introduced Henry Hall, and the other man was Mercy. It's terrible getting old. Merl Cohen. Merl Cohen was the founder of the modern tropical fish hobby. He and his brother started a little store, a little business in their garage. Come on in, there's food here. Brenda signed him up. Started a little fish store in their garage, shipping fish up from Florida and selling them to local pet shops. That was in the early 1950s. I was a young teenager then. There were at that point 45 tropical fish stores in Baltimore and surrounding communities. They were all little tiny fish stores, sort of like this one. There were little shops that hobbyists had opened in order to reach people, and there were at that point about a dozen clubs in Baltimore. What that represented was something that started back in the 1860s, and I talk about it in our new book. This is being published right now. You can buy it online for a discount at our Shopify store. It is the seminal work of the natural aquarium. There just isn't anything out there that's even close to as extensive and detailed as this is. It took 5 people writing for 2 years to produce this. And we did it on our Discord server. We set up a whole separate channel for them, for the authors, and they put together this book over a period of 2 years. And we now have it published by a major publisher. It will be available in all of the major bookstores and will be available, of course, at Amazon in about a month. We just went through the final changes for it. We had a page we had to get rid of that was inadvertently published that says about this ebook that shouldn't have been there. So we had that taken out. We will have a plate put in with all the authors. They have sent us their signatures on labels. So we'll be posting those labels. The reason we did that is because one of the authors lives in Denmark, another one is in Copenhagen, a third is in London, a fourth is in Scotland, and the fifth one is in San Diego, California. So they're kind of all over. And we couldn't very well send a box of books to everybody. Number one, it cost a fortune, but that's the way we're handling it. So this is pretty exciting stuff. We're really thrilled about it because what we've been all about for the last 20 years is designing and promoting a concept in fish keeping that most of you are familiar with. It's the natural aquarium. And that's what our YouTube channel is all about. The YouTube channel didn't start there. It started long before that. And the book, it has a little of the history of how it came about, but in this country, it was brought here by Merl Cohen, the gentleman I was just talking about. Merl and his brother started a little shop. They shipped fish up from Florida. Now, back then, they weren't shipped by plane. They were shipped by train or by truck. Train, they shipped them in big metal milk cans. The big 40-gallon milk can that no longer exists. I got one somewhere around. That's how they shipped them on the flatbed train. What are they called? Cars, I guess. They shipped most of the fish back then, but then some of the farmers in Florida started breeding mollies and guppies. The first angels were brought up from Brazil in the late 1920s. It was one pair that came by ship from Brazil. They landed in New York and they were exhibited at a fish show, tropical fish show in New York City. They later sold that pair of angels sold for $10,000. That would be comparable to $100,000 today. They were that rare. They were bred, and more of them were brought in. The fish farmers in Florida, which were just beginning to grow and develop as an industry, got them and some other fish that were coming in. What Merl Cohen did, though, he did three things that were critical. Number one, he started using plastic bags like these to carry fish around in, to ship them. Number two, he started using cardboard insulated boxes. This before styrofoam. And number three, with some people who had airplanes that were able to fly up from Peru and Brazil into Florida in order to bring some of the fish from South America. That was the 1960s. Then Katie bore the door. People got involved who wanted to be able to make a lot of money. They saw this as a wonderful opportunity to provide something. So they started manufacturing anything they could think of that they could convince people to buy for their fish tank. Now, there's one more aspect to this you need to understand about the hobby. In the 1860s, the late 1850s, for the first time, somebody figured out how to make glass. And they did it by pouring molten glass over molten metal. And it made it level. And when it cooled, they could easily separate it from the metal, and they had a sheet of glass. They then learned very quickly how to cut it. And two things then happened with that glass. Number one was windows. Finally, there were glass windows. Secondly, there were fish tanks. The first tanks were not square boxes. They were actually hexagons. They were based on the old bird bath. They stood on a pedestal. They were big and round with metal studs that came up about 8 inches and a sheet of glass, flat glass, staggered in 6 or 8 sheets all the way around it. Those were the first aquariums. They're still around if you can find one. You'll find them in old, broken down barns. They're no longer used by anybody, haven't been for 100 or more years. But if you can find one and it can be restored, it's worth about $20,000. There are people dying to find those antiques and refurbish them, get them back to use. Those were the first aquariums. And then there were, and I had one of these, a little tiny box. It was about that big. Henry Hall gave it to me. His father gave it to him in 1895 as his first aquarium when he was a child. And it held about 2 gallons of water. It was metal frame, brass metal frame on a slate base. And it was all set in with roofing tar that had guanylene put in it to keep it somewhat soft. That's how they made them. Henry Hill was still making and repairing his tanks with guanylene and tar with metal frame tanks when I met him. He showed me how to do it. It was really amazing. Immediately, there was tremendous excitement in every city in the US and in Europe about keeping fish in tanks. And it became enormously popular. There were, in most big cities, there were dozens of fish clubs. They weren't called tropical fish because they didn't have tropical fish. They didn't even really have guppies. They had gambusi, which are local. They had fish they could get locally out of the local creek or ditch. If they lived by the ocean, that was heaven because they could go down to a tidal pool, collect all kinds of stuff, bring it back, put it in these containers that had no lights, no filtration, no power, no bubblers, nothing like that, no heaters, and they kept fish alive. Well, they were local fish, so they didn't need to be heated. And they put them in a place where there was sun that reached the tank. And that's how the first fish tanks are maintained. And there was tremendous excitement about this. There were major expos all through the 1800s in every major city around the country and throughout Europe. And they were big expos with hundreds of large tanks, all the same way, no electricity at all. It was an enormously popular hobby, just virtually instantly. And why is that? Because what they were doing was bringing what they saw out in their environment into that tank, bringing literally nature into their aquarium, into their home. And that's where the excitement was. That was the joy. So what we're all about is not just reminding people about that, but helping people to discover that you really can do that. Because the industry doesn't want you to do that. They want you to buy all their fancy equipment. They want you to believe that the only way to keep fish alive is by pouring chemicals in, by using all kinds of special equipment, by changing the water all the time. It's all nonsense. It's all based on those industries finding ways to get you to spend money on a regular, monthly, or weekly, or whatever kind of a basis. And it kills fish. 95% of the people who try to start a fish tank using the technique that the big box stores all teach fail. 95% cannot keep fish alive. They try it and fail, they try it and fail, they try it and fail. By the fourth time, the tank is out on the curb and they're done with it. We don't have that experience. When we get a new person setting up a fish tank, tell me about your first fish.
So I started out with my fish tank. It was my birthday, February, so we had like I think we were gonna get either a 10 or 20 gallon, but my fish helped me and he gave me a 30 gallon. So I was pretty excited about that. And the first fish was a molly.
So how did you set your tank up?
So I went to the store and I got some of his sand and dirt, and I mixed it up and some substrate. 1 inch of dirt and 2 inches of sand. And then I filtered plants after I did the water. And I put the fish in at the same time. Yes, they need each other to survive. So I not really complain. And I just keep on adding plants.
How long ago was this?
I was like 3 months ago.
3 months ago, yeah.
Ever since then, I've been getting fish because my water is actually wrong.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's something we all need to know about. When we set, I normally, in the process of helping people set up their first tank, I don't miss this, but I missed it. They have a water softener in their house. The problem with a water softener is it takes all the minerals out of the water. And that's what the plants need in order to survive. Plus it puts salt in the water. It's just enough to create a problem. So Kai started losing fish. Whenever I looked at it, we talked about it, told me, we forgot to ask about that. So the first thing we did then was we took about a third of the water out, went to the hose outside, filled up a bucket, poured that in the tank, did that a couple of weeks in a row in order to get normal water in the tank, and it's been fine since then. But you did lose some fish because of that. That was my fault. That was my fault. Normally that's a question I ask. I think I just got too excited. I tend to do that. I tend to get overexcited. I think what I do is give each of you a chance to introduce yourself. Say just a word or two about your hobby, about what you're doing, and then we'll try to get some folks online to come up and talk about what they're doing. Why don't we start here and just work our way around? Joe?
Hi, my name's Joe Beck. 55 years old. Got my first fish at the Harrington Fair when I was 10 years old, and I've been hooked ever since. I've learned a lot since then, but I've always had fish-only tanks until 6 months ago. I started my first plated tank and watched tons of your videos, learn how to do stuff. Going from there.
Nice.
Yeah, my name's Ralph. I'm new to the group. New to fishing this way. I've always had a regular aquarium. I ran into a problem with mine. I started to restock.
Hi, I'm Katie, and the more kids I had, the more fish tanks we got, and they just liked doing it so much. We started breeding shrimp in different colors.
Oh, nice.
That's why we have so many.
Nate, we got some of your shrimp at the auction tonight.
Got into about 6 years ago. My first tank was 6.5 gallons, had plastic tanks, and little stoves. I had 1 baby fish and 4 babies. And they survived. About a year later, I got bigger. I started 2 tanks.
You've been bringing shrimp in here like they're going out of style. You're reading a lot of shrimp.
We have a we have aquarium. We have aquarium. We have a pond.
Nice. I love ponds.
John, I've been doing African sickness for about a year.
You're doing some amazing stuff with Africans.
Yeah, I need to learn about this other stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Brenda,
No, I
Say
don't
something.
have it. I have 4 at home and about 50 here that I take care of. My first was, my first was a Betta bowl,
Right,
which on video,
right.
everybody got to see. But, yeah, that is. Here's some.
I'm trying, these are my little ones, and I have some more over there in the corner. Kai's my son, so the fish tank he described is our first real fish tank. We've had fish here and there, and we like to fish, but his is the first one we've done, especially this way. And it's fun for me because my wife is excited about it. When she saw the next fish tank, she was sold right away. Because all that, like we were talking about the chemicals and the chick in the water, nah, that's not gonna happen in our house. It's too busy. So getting to watch the fish, we love it.
You saw Kai's wife come in earlier. She had two little boys, twins. They're both back there, one of them. They're both there.
Oh, and one's back there. Okay. Well, just cross, just imagine there's two of them. That's what it looks like.
Right. So I was in Florida for 30 years. Moved down there mainly because of my love of fish, and I wanted to be where the fish were. And boy, did I get involved with the fish in Florida. I worked on several farms in all kinds of roles, just mucking out ponds and selling fish. And I worked for a couple of wholesalers. At one point, I did grants writing for the old Salisbury Research Center that now has built a brand new aquarium in Sarasota. It's just utterly remarkable. Looks like an ark. It's built to look like a huge ark. Incredible aquarium. Reached the point where I was getting too old and too tired and decided I needed to come back home. This is home for me. I never lived in Salisbury. I did live on Kent Island for about 15 years. Before that, I was in Baltimore, and before that, I was kind of all over the place. Massachusetts, Kentucky, and everywhere in between while I was in college and then working as a minister. And then wound up retiring and doing fish. And I've been doing fish ever since. And thoroughly enjoying it. It's become an avocation for me. I did have a shop in Florida. We ran it for about almost 25 years, I guess. And then shut that down and moved here. Had no thought of opening an aquarium here in Salisbury. Got involved with Brenda. Brenda's my niece. And she was helping me settle in. And I was selling supplement, the dirt supplement. I was selling that online. So she got involved in helping me make it and package it. The first couple of shipments were done in my living room. I'm in a little tiny 400 square foot cottage. That was their pack out station on the floor in the middle of my living room. We moved outdoors, set up these stainless steel tables under a tent, did that all summer. And then it started getting cold. So we found the bay here in this development right across the way. We were in there for 6 or 8 months, and the landlord offered us this. And I couldn't afford it, but I jumped on it because it gave us a chance to do a store and to be able to do the other things we were doing. And this is actually working out pretty well. If we maintain a group about 25 or so, we can be comfortable, I think, here. It was one of my concerns to see how this could work out. It puts a real burden on Brenda because she has to clear everything out. This is basically her work area, which that involves these 2 tables. being mounded with all kinds of stuff that she does, because she does all the pack out for us. Even still does all the pack out. But it's a nice area and I think it'll work. And we'll see where this goes. I want to be able to continue meeting. Those people who are excited about the club, I want to get together with you and we can talk about programming. We can talk about trips, collecting trips. There are a lot of things we can collect locally and make really interesting aquariums with. With the system we're using, we can do brackish tanks as well. There are a lot of really interesting small brackish creatures, and shrimp and crabs and pipefish and seahorses, all kinds of stuff that's right out here in the bay that are pretty easy to collect, that we can set up tanks to keep them. So a lot of interesting possibilities, and I want to be able to do that through a group like this. The other issue is, and it's something I want to be really straight about up front. I've done 2 other clubs. During one of them, I had an aquarium, a store, and I lost the store because of the club. Because what happens in the club is this. Everybody brings their fish, so everybody saves their fish dollars until the club meeting so they can buy from each other. And there's always stuff coming in from other clubs. So it's really wonderful and really exciting. What I discovered was that all of my customers who I brought into the club were not coming back to the store anymore. And so I lost that income, and it was such a shoestring operation. Eventually, I just couldn't keep it going. So I'm not going to do that again. I'm setting this up as a store-run club, which means it will be run by the store. Now, we can certainly have a steering committee, a group of people to put together programs, activities, that sort of stuff. We can even maintain a separate pot of money if we have membership dues. We can do those kinds of things. Benefit for me is I get to put a bunch of my stuff, which is mostly what this is, up into the auction. But the auction is open to everybody. The deal is whatever you bring gets sold at auction. You get to keep 75%, and the club keeps the other 25%. Initially, that means that the store is going to keep that money. But I'm open to talking about that as the club grows and develops, so that we can have some income in the club to be able to do special kinds of things. So I just wanted to be open about how we're starting this, and I am open to a limited extent to that. I don't want, unless you all decide that you don't want to have anything to do with Father Fish anymore, you want to go off and do your own thing, that's your decision. I don't want to do it that way because I want the store to be able to keep going. And it doesn't make enough money to really be a profitable business. That may happen. I pray that will happen. But so far, it's not happening. We're still very shoestring. We're week to week, month to month. We struggle to pay the rent and pay the $1,500 electric bill every month. I know it's amazing. Plus, buy all the fish and have the variety of stuff we have. We're really dependent on online sales. But you guys and so many others are coming in buying, and that's really good. I think that's going to be the key to the success of the Father Fish store here. My vision eventually is to get strong enough that we can move into retail location. Because I think Salsbury really deserves a retail fish store. I think it can do well. We've been doing this for a little over a year, about a year and a half. And it's slow because it's very difficult to communicate with the general community. There's no easy way to do that. At least I haven't found, other than running down the street. That's a big work. We're trying to. Anyway, there's all that. Does anyone have any comments? Whatever. Yes, sure. Do what?
Would you be open to taking 25% everything agreed? And you just sat in here. Yes.
Well, I'm basically doing that. That's just about basically what I do. Yeah, I do store credit, or if somebody like you has a lot
You
of
know what I'm
data,
saying? Yeah,
just do it on commission, you mean,
yes,
at a percentage.
yes.
We can talk about that, sure. I'd want you to make a little more than that, probably. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Super Cichlids does commission. And they have people who, bring in quite a lot of stuff. They don't see their money until it sells. Yeah, I've not wanted to do that. I've never done that. I don't want to do the bookkeeping for it, frankly. They are a very upscale shop and very polished in how they do things. I'm a whole lot loosey-gooseier than they are. I have tremendous admiration, and they're wonderful people, and I love them. We've talked about doing things together. But I probably won't do that kind of a commission. But I'm certainly, as I've been doing, I'll just keep working with you on whatever works out for you. Let's see if anybody has popped up here. Nobody wants to come up. Okay, you guys watching, 30 people in there watching. Got more people here than here.
They want to come up and show their tank, but not the
Who?
3G and Vina.
They don't want to show their face. Same moment,
Oh, right, he was thinking.
both of them,
Yes.
both of them. We're not showing tanks tonight. We're showing faces tonight. What I would like to do, those of you who are online, is have you come up, we'll put you up on the screen and you can participate in the auction on screen. Otherwise, it can be a little tricky. Brenda will be following you on her Facebook. But there's gonna be a lag for that. If you don't want the lag and you do want to participate, then we need to get you up here so you can be live. Nobody's coming, so we're gonna just let them count. You guys. All right, let's take about a time is, let's take about a 10-minute break, and then we'll get into our auction. We'll be out of here easily by 8 o'clock, probably a little before. What we want to do, Brenda is going to keep track of your number and the amount that you won at the auctions, in that item. We only have one item here that was brought in, so that'll be easy to track. If they were all of them, you would have your number written on the bag. So we'd be able to track it that way and get you your money. So those of you who have store accounts, online accounts, you can pay that way or you can pay cash. So we'll be able to take your credit card or you can pay by cash. So 10-minute break, look at the fish, grab something we got dessert, get something to drink, and then we'll get into the
It's following somebody. I think it's following.
Yeah.
following year. The camera
Who came up?
Jacob's up there.
Now, show your face, Jacob.
You ready to show your face, Jacob?
Me?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Go away, Wally.
Yeah.
Wait, I can see that. Oh, hi. Hey, I can't see it. Now I can.
Where's Stephanie? Is that Mark's, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I found out maybe I saw it's like spotted like look at this. Here.
Hello.
Oh, good.
Hi. First, I bought a cupcake.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
A cupcake.
Who's there? Where?
Can you hear me?
And I forgot my.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
We
Can
can't
you hear me? I got the phone on.
Where's the volume? You know.
I hear.
How about now?
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can't hear me?
I can't hear you. No.
That's microphone's on. Who's your pet person?
Oh, really?
Hello.
Well, it should be out.
Yeah, my phone is unmuted.
TV has pictures. Let's see if I can get it. Doing it tomorrow.
Up on the computer, but I still couldn't hear.
Come on. I have my microphone on.
That's settings for.
Should be audio.
My microphone's on.
Microphone speaker.
Hello. I can hear you.
Wireless microphone, communication speakers.
Testing, testing.
Can you hear me now?
Try
Can you hear me?
Yes, gotcha.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I feel like that phone guy. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, I've been hearing you guys all along, so.
Okay, yeah, we got you. You're on the computer speakers,
Right.
so it's.
Well, I tried a couple times, but finally it went through.
Well, the problem was here. It wasn't on your side.
Right.
We didn't have speakers open. So what I'm going to do once we get back together, I'm going to introduce you and have you talk for just a minute or so about the hobby and how you got into it, what you're doing with it. Because I think your experience, you and Christian particularly, are really kind of important in terms of this system we're teaching, because you've been able to do so much in such a short period of time. It's just been tremendously successful.
Right.
So thank you for coming up. Sit tight. We'll get back with you in just a few minutes. Let's see. Think I can. Nice. Well, we got one online taker. One who goes by the name of Cinnamon. She's been here at the shop a few times. This is her, Cinnamon Giza. I'm going to let you talk about your hobby, how you gotten into it, and what you're doing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Cinnamon Giza is my name. I go by Cinnamon Girl on YouTube. Born in the 60s, so yes, that is my name. My mother was a hippie, so. But I was probably young too when I first got into doing sunfish because my dad had a fish tank. And can they hear me? My dad had a fish tank.
Look, I can't really move this far. Let me, hold on a minute.
Fire. Okay.
I got another speaker I can use maybe on the TV. Let me try it. Testing, can you hear us?
I can hear you, yep.
Okay, that's better.
You can hear me?
Is that better? Okay, yes.
That's better, okay. Like I said, my name is Cinnamon Giza. I go by Cinnamon Girl on YouTube. Just got into doing that in the last 6 months. I had, as a child, my father had fish tanks, and we went fishing and, you know, all that kind of stuff. We were country kids, so we had a farm and everything. I enjoyed it. I love animals, period. And my dad would take me, we'd go to Walmart. I can remember standing there watching the fish at Walmart. I just loved being, you know, seeing them. But I loved all animals. And we always had like a betta fish and some goldfish and things like that. And on and off, basically it was betta fish that I had. I love betta fish. And then when I got older, I had a few guppies with betta fish. But I actually had a herd of Nigerian dwarf goats there that were milkers, and I bred them. So I really wasn't interested in anything inside. I had betta fish, one in a, you know, those tiny tanks that you're not supposed to have them in. And basically, they, of course, because they came from stores like Techno and PetSmart and ones like that, they didn't last very long. I think I had one for 2 years, and that was about it. And then I got ill, severely ill. And I'm recovering from that, but when you take and get as sick as I did, there's no coming back from it. So I had to give up my goats, and happened to be very depressed because of that, because I love my animals, and started doing some more betta fish again. I hadn't done them for a couple of years, and I started back and had a few, and then I got some guppies, and I happened to see some YouTube videos on aquascaping. And then I turned around and came across some of Lou's Father Fish's ones and kind of liked that whole natural type tank thing. Because I spent my whole life growing up in the woods and in creeks and, you know, doing fish and all that stuff. So I kind of like the natural thought of it. And then I went to the Clash, which is in our area here in Pennsylvania, the Keystone Clash, and Father Fish was there. And we got talking. And as he explained his way of doing it, I kind of liked the idea of it. And I started researching it, watching his videos, watching Wallstetter, watching others too. But I basically like that whole natural tank thing, and I like the cap of the sand much better than I did. I liked Wallstetter, but I like Lou's way better. The way he goes about it seems more natural, because if you go in any river or stream, there's always sand, and there's dirt, but most of the sand. If it's dirt, a pond, it's a bud. So I started doing that it was probably about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and I went from 3 or 4 little tanks, and now I have over 35, so, plus one large pond. I love the aquascaping and the natural plants and all of that. A lot of community tanks I only just started getting into, where I have species only. I do like cichlids, but I like small cichlids, like apistogrammas and Cockatoides, the cories, all the smaller fish. I have one parrot, a couple others that are a little bigger, but I'm not a big fan of anything larger than that. I mean, I like them, and I like looking at them in an aquarium, but I don't want them in a tank at my home. Plus, I have an older home that about 60 is the highest I can go, and that's in the basement, so as size of tanks. I wouldn't dare put anything more than, I got a 55 on where the wood floors are. But yeah, I just love the whole science part of it, and I would love to be healthy enough to go collecting, but unfortunately I'm pretty new my feet. I mean, not my personal condition, hopefully. So
Well,
I would love
you get around pretty good. You've been down here a couple of times.
Yeah, well, driving's a little different than because everything's firm. If I'm on soft, like sand, I have a real hard time with. But I get a bit because I go down to a stream near me here that I get rocks, and I get sometimes lots of leaves and stuff that have already started to to moisten up or soften up out of the stream, and I do some the resurrection jars, that type of stuff.
Well, thank you, Cinnamon.
Yeah.
I'm really inspired by her because she's just she is at the level of a skilled aquarist after 2 years, really less than 2 years. It happened very quickly because she was able to do it stable. She didn't have to go through a lot of learning process of failing and trying to figure out why she was failing. She was able to move from success to success to success, and
Right.
just really a tremendous fish room. And she's not the only one. We have a half dozen people like that who have been following us. She's in the Philadelphia area. We have people around the country who are doing this, and in other parts of the world.
Yeah, others said they didn't give up, but they were too worried about their hair and how pretty they were.
We're going to do an auction. You're welcome to hang in there and participate. Anybody else who wants to come up and share in the auction is more than welcome to do so. We'll bring you right up. We can put a bunch of faces up on our screen. All right, let's get started. If you want to bid, Cinnamon, just say the word. We'll get you right up. Let's see. Let me get this back. Brenda, will give no give on. I'm gonna have to leave it like this, aren't I? Because otherwise I won't know if any. Well, who's this? Oh, it's Christian. It's Christian. How wonderful. Christian's another fellow. Christian, why don't you let's introduce you. Christian's another person with very much the same story as Cinnamon. Let me get you up here and introduce you to folks.
Hey there. My name is Fish. I've been keeping fish now for about 30 years, but I found Lou a little over 3 years ago. Everything. I feel like
You're breaking up real bad. We're getting about every third word.
Okay.
That's better. Get close to the mic.
Okay. Yeah. Looks like my internet's good, so.
That's better.
But anyway, like I was saying, I've been keeping fish for about 30 years, but I discovered Lou about a little over 3 years ago, and thank you. I feel like I changed that, but keeping fish.
We're losing you, Christian.
What's that?
We're losing you. It's in and out.
Okay.
Tell you what, we need to start the auction. Why don't you stay up here with Cinnamon? And if you guys want to join in the auction, just speak up, hold your hand up. We'll be watching. Brenda's keeping an eye on it. All right, we've got a bunch of different stuff. I want to start off with this 29-gallon fish tank that was just brought in. It's a really nice tank with a nice top. I think all of you are able to see it. It's super clean and really good condition. Let's start with a $15 bid. Is there $15? Somebody want to bid $15 on the tank? Is there a $15 bid? How about a $10 bid? We have 10, how about 15? 10, 11. They're $11. $10, $11, $11, $10 once, $10 twice. You got it for $10. That's a steal. I'm going to give you the whole $10. Right here, number 5. All right, let's start at one end and work our way up. We have shrimp, baby shrimp. How many are in here? 30 pretty baby shrimp, what are they? Neocaridina,
Dark, the dusty orange one.
the orange, oh wow, the orange are hard to come by. We have a bag of baby orange shrimp, Neocaridina shrimp. They're a $5 bid. $5 here, 5 is there 6. 5 ones, is there 6? $5, 6. $5 once, twice, sold for Bob, what's your number? 7. Number 7. And this is number 3, is the selling.
$5.
$5, no, $5. Yeah. All right, we have 6 diamond head tetras. These are a brand new tetra. They're actually in neon. That was bred for a very bright diamond on their forehead. They're really a very, very pretty fish. We have 6 of them in the bag. These normally go for what, $20, I think, in our shop. They're a $5 bid, 6 diamond neons for $5. Is there a $5 bid?
5, Lou.
5, 6, is there 6? Cinnamon, you want to bid 6?
Yep.
We have 6, 7. 7, 8, cinnamon,
Yep.
9, $8. $8 once, twice, sold to cinnamon. I need to put these elsewhere. We'll put them up here.
Those are the neons, right, Lou?
They're the diamond, the diamond neon.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody else just come up? Cinnamon Christian, no. Okay. All right, this is my fish. This is a fish I am extremely proud of. This is Uaru. I first saw Uaru in 1968 when I was pastoring a little church in Northfield, Massachusetts. And I went to visit a friend in Putney, Vermont, who was a teacher at the Putney School, private school. And he had fish tanks in his classroom. And he was breeding Uaru. Nobody else in this country had Uaru. He was the first person to ever have. And I was gobsmacked. I just fell in love with them. Many years later, I was able to get them. I now have 3 pair. They're in that top tank, the bottom tank, and there's a pair in the back room. One of the pairs has spawned twice. This is an offspring from the first breeding. It's about $half size. It's very dark because it's pregnant, but they get very colorful and pretty. They're a wonderful fish, a warm water fish. They have the same demands as a discus. They like warm water. They love to eat plants. That's the only shortcoming. They are in a veteran plant. I however hate floating plants, and they don't eat floating plants. So that's the way I'm making to get away with it. One Uaru, we sell these for 20. We'll start a bid at $5. Is there a $5 bid? $5 for the Uaru. 5. You want it?
She said they would eat our plants. She didn't want that.
Not at this size, it won't. What if it's big?
Yeah, but when it's bigger, he'll go to the Oscar.
Pardon?
How big of a tank?
Up to 20.
$5.
We have a 5, $6.
So South American,
South American, yes. They're from Brazil. But we have 5 ones that are 6, 6. Is that a 6? 7? So we have 7, 8. $7. $7 once, twice. Sold for $7, number 5. 6. Oh, this is more of the same. Let's do something else. We just let's do what? You wanna do the red shrimp? You want that one? We have a dozen cherry shrimp, 12 cherry shrimp. That's $60 worth of shrimp, guys. 12 cherry shrimp. Is there a $10 bid? There, $10, 10, is there $11 bid? 10 once, 10 twice, sold for $10. Number 3. Large rainbow shark. This is a big rainbow shark. He would do well in a pond for the summer. Rainbow shark, $10. We're $10 bid. We have a 10, 15, 15, 11, 11, 12. Martin, 12, 13, 14, 15, $14. Once, twice, sold for 14, number 4. Go ahead and pass that down. Thank you, Joe. All right, here we have a magic fish. This is an Oscar. This is a classic Oscar. He's red and black. He's got a tail ring now. They're a gold color with a lot of black on them. Really pretty fish. Really healthy. He's about 4 inches. Who would like an Oscar? That's another good contest. $10 for the Oscar. Is there a $10 bid? We have 10 here. 11. Do I hear 11? Is there 11? $10 once, twice. Number 3, $10 on the Oscar. These white people like love auctions because you get really good deals. Beautiful male Bettas. Here's a red one. And this one, my word, they packed out one of my favorites. This is really pretty. This is an iridescent blue, and this is a like a green. It's a green and red.
Blue and red.
Yeah.
Let me see that one.
Iridescent and blue.
I think that's more, salad.
Well, this is a salamander. Okay.
The color.
Right, so this is a salamander bed, beautiful. These are rose tail beds. 2 of them will do bid on one. You can take both or take one and we'll sell the other at the same price. These are normally a $20 bid. So it's a $5 bid on that. $5 for one, your choice. We have 5 here. Is there 6? $6. We have 5 once, twice. Which one would you like? This one? Anybody want the other one for $5? You want them both? $5? Let's see, what do we got here? Who is it? Oh my God. This is a wolf fish. This is a true monster. This guy gets about, how big? A foot and a half to 2 foot. They have big teeth. Pardon? Water parameters, hard alkaline. They can take down to like a neutral. They don't like salt acid water, but anything on the positive side of the pH. Parameters, hardness between 50 and a couple of hundred. The water around here is perfect for wolffish, $10. They're $10 bid on the wolffish. Right? $10 on the wolffish.
You got 20.
What's one more?
We have a bid on the wall. How about a pair of two blue seal point angels? We just got these 2 weeks ago from, they came from Indonesia. They're really a beautiful fish. Highlight is blue. They're just about breeding size. Two seal point blue angels.
Can they breed it along?
Yes, they will. They will. There's $10 bid on these. We sell these at 25 a piece. $10 bid. Is there a $5 bid on it? $5 here, there's $6. $5, once, twice, sold for $5. You just got yourself the most. Angels number 2. Maybe. Maybe pick up.
I appreciate a clean floor. Whoever's in charge of the video, could you put it up?
Cinnamon's saying something.
Which thing, Cinnamon?
The camera's on the floor.
What?
It's to the floor, the camera.
Camera's not.
Oh,
I appreciate a clean floor, but
I don't know why it thinks the floor is worth looking at. No, let me go out here, let it look at me.
Oh my gosh.
Has it changed?
There, maybe that'll work better. Look at me.
there we are.
All right, we're gonna do a few more.
Oh, look at this ceiling.
Three baby peacocks.
Now she's looking at the fridge.
Yes,
$5 on what?
You pick them up and have a card.
We have a bid on the peacocks. The interest in the peacocks. All right, let's do this guy,
Oh my gosh.
the big bushy nose,
Is that a Pleco?
the Pleco, bushy nose Pleco. Really nice. We have $10, 10, 15, is there 15? Behind me, 15, 20, 20, 25, 20, 20, is there 25, 21?
How big is he at?
Not much bigger, he's pretty close to full grown, maybe another inch top. We have 20s or 25, 21, 21, twice, sold 20 bucks.
Guess I'm not the only one
Number
like
eight.
stuff.
Oh, I didn't care about that. I just like it. So
There's a really pretty marble angel, koi angel rather, that's red black. Now this is a pearl scale angel. The pearl scale has, the scales are reflective, so it looks like a little pearl. Really pretty angel. Is there a $10 bid on the angel? $5? We have 5 here, 6, 6, 6,
Kids already got it.
6, 7, 8, 8, $7, once, twice, sold for $7. Your number is
Good deal.
number 3. Good deal.
You're lucky. I wanted to fight you for that. She wouldn't let me.
Really.
You just need to say thank you to her. She wouldn't let me fight you.
I think you could take the bait.
These are silver mollies, bag of 3 silver mollies. How about $5 for the silver mollies? They're $5 bid. These are pond fish. These are cold water fish.
Yeah, they're good.
Actually from Florida.
They're good in a pond.
They really are great in the pond. They're good algae. $5 in the back. Is there 6? You have a $6 bid. 5 once, twice, sold to the pond lady. And number 4. Oh, that pond lady. Oh, what else we got here? What's that? Molly's. Oh no, these are three female Bettas. 3 little girl Bettas. $5 for the 3 female Bettas. We have 5 here, is there 6? 6, 5 once, twice, sold for $5. Let's see, that's yours. Tom?
It keeps moving. It keeps moving. I don't know why.
I know, it's got it.
Supposed to be smart.
Looking for trouble is what you're doing. Look at me.
Okay, trouble me, eh?
I know. Wally, they call it Wally. What else we got? That's it. Oh, there's another angels and cardinals.
Yeah, it's on me too.
Pardon?
Yeah,
Oh, the-
Blue Cara.
Here's a blue Acara, right? The bag full of 5 blue Acara,
I can't.
which is the event.
I could buy one, but I can't buy 5.
5 blue Acara. These are a wonderful breeding fish.
They are.
They really are, and they're pretty, they're an iridescent blue, pretty little fish.
Are they good in 30 gallon?
They would be okay. I don't think they're gonna bother anything in your tank. Eventually you'll need to get a second tank,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're gonna wind up with baby.
Can I get 2 instead of 5?
Well, there are 5 in the
There's
bag,
5 in the bag, that's the auction.
5 in the bag. $5.
I'll buy them for $5 and you take 4 of them.
Is there a 6?
Yeah.
6, 7?
No.
No.
What?
He said he was gonna buy them and then he would split some guy.
Oh, I see. Oh, that was the deal.
Yeah.
You wanna do that? $5. All right. Number 5. All right, is there anything else here anybody wants? You've all had a chance to look. We've got, I think we did double bags of most everything. So what we've already done is sold everything that we have, with the exception of the one nobody wanted.
I wanted it, but I just.
Yeah, everybody wants it, you just don't have a place to put it,
Right.
it's 2 fish.
Well, we could sell you a tank. I do have tanks.
Well, I did get a new 55 gallon, but it's not set up yet. So.
Well,
I got
we'll
it.
hold it for you if you want it.
That's a deal.
That is a good deal, come on now.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Can I use my card? Because I don't have.
Absolutely.
cash. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll take
Yeah.
it.
Wait, is this a male?
Oh, you gotta hold it for us.
That is amazing, yes it
Do
is.
you know what that is?
That is, let me look. Good question.
You know, is that a second? I thought you told me yours.
That looks like a female to me.
Yeah, take
Is
this.
it a pair?
Do it. Do it.
Is that a
10
reflection?
and 15,
Oh,
25.
my doors are straight. That is black and white.
Black and white angel.
Tell him there was a lot of peer pressure.
Right.
So what did that go
Anything
for?
else?
What did the angel go for?
Yeah. Okay, so anything, oh, that's yours.
Number 5.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, the only other thing we have was,
Oh, don't put my number out now.
we got 6 rummy notes. There's 6 rummy notes in here. It's a really, really pretty rummy note. It's a red nose and a silver back. I've never seen the silver. Really, really pretty. What are you saying?
How many in there?
We're getting feedback. Cindy, you want them?
Yeah, how many are in there?
6.
Okay.
There's 6, $10.
Yep.
We have 10, 6.
Yeah, I said yes for 10.
5 and 1. 6.
She said,
You said yes to 10. 11. We have 10. With 10 for 6, right? Cinnamon gets them for 10. They are yours.
Okay.
They're coming back here. This is cinnamon snack. All right, anything else? Right. What are these? Oh, these are blue dolphins. Are they yours? Yeah, these are, what do we have, 2, 3. 3 blue dolphins. These are an exquisitely beautiful Tanganyika. They're not, they're about that big. They have a big dolphin. They call it dolphin. They look like dolphins. They're shaped like a dolphin with a big heart. Really great things. They got about 4 to 5 inches. We have 3 of them in the bag, $5. Is there a $5 bid for the 3 blue dolphins? Nobody there, nobody here. All right. Anything else here? Anybody's interested in? Wonderful. Thank you all. Enjoyed having you here. Thanks for coming. We're going to do this again next month. And we'll have chicken for you next month. No, we'll do that. We're gonna eat it up. If anybody would like to take some food home for the food stuff, we're not gonna do all this. So please take care packages if you'd like. You can straighten out with Brenda. You want to do it on chocolate. There's one person I want to do chocolate.
hey, sir, I got an hour ride. Can I get some more water in this one, oxygen? And then we want to ride this up to a bag.
Hi, babe. I got your phone.
Okay.
I think the 10 package of 5 cupcakes.
Go to where that 3 fish come your way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really glad somebody got it.
Stop.
This is really pretty.
Now you're gonna get rid of
Stop, don't point it at the ceiling. Today we're gonna be doing vlogging. It's funny like that, but there's 19 people watching. Okay, there's a lot going on, okay? Yeah, I see the camera.
Oh, man, seriously, it's not fun.
Boy, you're getting clowned. Guys, there's a lot going on. Hey, hey. Yeah, it's over. Okay, we're gonna go to I know it was a lot. Okay, guys. We got some more people joining. You broke it, Russ. Did you break it? Well, that's like they're all like it's a take they're like naked on a bus. I know that. I don't care what they're laughing. But I'm
Because here's the thing.
Where'd she go? She's like.
I think we need to end it before Bubba gets out. Let's end it. Yeah, please leave the line. Bubba, quit it.
Let me show the thing. Show the thing.
Hello. Okay, you want me to show the tanks? Okay, we're gonna show you all the tanks. Hi, YouTube. Okay, so we're gonna Where's the no, look at the chat. Say my name in the chat. Kids these days. Good for the first meeting. Where did Mother go? She left us. Guys, I'm like reading all the comments. Sorry, just I was the three. There was in person. I wish I was there in person.
I was about his age with the Harry Fair. And I had that book. I was like 10 years old.
Are these what?
Electric blue. You're missing
All right, bye guys. We're ending.
Yes, sir. See you next month.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna show some fish. So I'm gonna show some fish.
They said the pole guard out the
Okay, guys, so. No, they did not leave them live, okay? They. You guys want to see the tanks? We're gonna show you the tanks.
No.
You're not supposed to be doing
Which one?
Get her.
Ooh, stop. I don't care what I said. Just stand there.
We're gonna come back.
Yes, Trisha, you'll have to get one of those, like, what I have is, just those earbuds. And I think it has a speaker already on it, like on your phone. If you get one of those, we'd be able to hear real good. And come up next time. There's a lag. I meant to say I meant, not I mentioned. So Nick, this was the first DELMARVA Tropical Fish Club, and we were live at the same time, and we had a live auction. Kind of fucking down. That's a tough one. I don't know what would cause that. Cause you didn't have your hand over the mic on the phone or anything. Nick, if you're just coming, you missed a really good, I don't want to say show because it wasn't a show, a really, really good meeting. Father Fish talked about how he got into all this. And Cinnamon came up, and Christian came up. And Wally, this camera here was, acting up. He kept showing everybody the ceiling, the floor, and
I'm gonna put it back in the tank when you're ready. Okay.
Mother, are there other fish in there? Right?
Yeah.
we're gonna have fun with that wolf fish. See, we get to fuss at Adam. When the next time he comes up, we get to fuss at Adam because he wasn't here. The guys will be happy tomorrow. There's quite a bit of chicken left. Well, I guess that's it. So thanks all for tuning in. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Y'all had a lot of fun. And I don't know, there were some really good deals. Yes, I will be on tomorrow. Wow, today's only Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. Great. I can't wait. Yes, I'll see y'all tomorrow night here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And until then, we're going to say good night.
Madness. I mean, some
That's
good
what I
guys.
said. Oh, madness.
Madness, right? Lord.
So, until tomorrow night, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming.
This way it'll put it in back and freeze it, huh?
Well, I was going